Listen, today what they do is disgusting to me and to other target individual, and consists of torturing and killing children. The testimonials are well testify of not only the psychological but actually the physical harm they do to women and children. Some of them have died in this program. As I'm being manipulated in ways that's so obvious, they try to make me think that they're not just doing manipulation, but it's part of their studies and they're just studying me. And it's just based on their studies, and it's so stupid. And they have no shame. And they wonder why target individual crash out and kill. Somebody just trying to box in the stupidity. What you're seeing in a picture here is me when I'm 10 years old, right? And they try to bring up when you play mom and dad as a child. You know, it's like those, like, you hump and you do this. So a kid that was about the same age as me, maybe a year or two younger than me. I'm 10. That picture is me when I'm 10 years old, playing mom and dad with some kid that was maybe between 9 and 8 or something like that. Today, as they manipulate me in these degrading ways, they want me to be subscriptive of this manipulation. Because they said that we saw you playing mom and dad like this when you were 10 years old. And try to make me feel guilty about it too, by the way. It's like the perps involved in what has happened to you want you to be pushed into a state of insanity and retardation as they try to gaslight you. And they have no shame. They think that you should be the one who have shame as they do this kind of stupidity. They've been so desperately trying to paint themselves as people who don't manipulate the brain in these degrading ways. Not attacking the mind in these degrading ways. But when they're doing it, it's part of their research and mapping, and they use terminology that sounds like they're not manipulative in attacking the mind. And for me, I work with co-workers and colleagues that participate in that. I'm like, oh, you fucking low life. Excuse my language. It's just the only language I can utilize, because it's just anger. Because I know what they're doing. I know they're conscious of what they're doing is stupid in regard of how they want me to subscribe to that. I understand they consciously know what I'm doing here is I'm going to try to box in the stupidity of what we're trying to do when we're clearly attacking the mind this way. This is how we attack the mind. We're not protecting children in this program. This is not protective children program. We are literally attacking, harming the brains of target individual using these tactics. We're going to box in the stupidity regardless of how stupid we sound like. And they think they can override rationality. If we all act retarded, no, you're involved in a program, you know what you're part of. You thought that you could have override this. But tell me about me as a 10-year-old. Doing what a 10-year-old is capable of. Playing mom and dad as to try to. This trash are using all they can. And they really think I should think of them as like this, their studies. It's part of this. And they use different language to say etude. For all those women and children died and tormented and who've suffered in this program, I'm not going to let people who benefit from participating that wanting me to paint, let them see, let them live this fantasy in this way. You see this message that you see? They boxed in. When first of all, somebody said grope play. And at first I was like, I thought they would try to exaggerate what they came up with the Sarah and all that. But then they will go further and it's like, oh, when I was playing mom and dad, when we were like two kids like humping each other and you're talking about a 10-year-old playing mom and dad with like a 9 or 8-year-old. As you, talking video. This woman she sent a message like this because what happens is as they manipulate me this way to box in what they've created, it's like they have to create some kind of like distraction and box in these thoughts. I don't know what it does to the mind. I don't know if it bucks in the stupidity, it bucks in the irrationality in a certain way that should be subscriptive to. Or maybe they're like, oh, I just saw this. I'm like, you saw me playing mom and dad as a 10-year-old. They think they can override rationality. It's like, group play. No, playing mom and dad as a child that's 10 years old. Adult man, adult individual, seeing how fucking obvious you are manipulating the brain and then try to make me subscribe to this manipulation by talking about a 10-year-old playing mom and dad. As part of another evidence. And it's funny, the way they just try to make me subscribe to this is like they try to make me get lost in this. I'm going to respond to this message. It's a blur. Right? This blur that you're seeing here. Accordingly. But target videos, be lucky that in your desperation to still want to be perceived as somebody who's not involved in a program that manipulate the brain in these degrading ways, that you regress yourself to make somebody subscribe to something like, no, when you play mom and dad as a 10-year-old, and kids at that age, you don't even understand sexual thing. You just feel like, if when I hump, I feel. Using that to make some grown person believe that we're not manipulating you is part of the matching and mappingness. And you wonder why somebody in 2022 is out here murdering 15-year-old kids that participate in this. Can you imagine? It's like, it's the two kids playing mom and dad. A 10-year-old and an 8 or 9-year-old. You disgusting fucks. It's okay. Let me be this magical, genius, wise man that clearly know that they just want me to subscribe to this manipulation and how they want to be perceived.